Wow. Man, what's happening, everybody? I'm gonna read you guys this article from comicbook.com announcing basically Disney is gonna be milking this Star Wars thing for all it's worth. They are gonna make sure that after episode 9 they are set to basically still keep the Star Wars train rolling for all it's worth. They are gonna make sure, even when the Skywalkers are long and gone, there still will be Star Wars. And they've already started doing that with how they're doing the spin-offs. They did Rogue One already. Next year, there's the Han Solo movie that's coming out, the young Han Solo. And then there's a third spin-off that's supposed to be coming out after episode 9. Or is it before episode 9? No, before episode 9 will be the Han Solo movie. So there's a third spin-off that last I heard that it was going to be an Obi-Wan Kenobi movie or a Boba Fett movie. It was split between those two. It may be leaning more towards Obi-Wan Kenobi because I'm not sure what the details are of the Han Solo movie, but it would make sense for them to make Boba Fett the villain in the Han Solo movie. Why not? Makes sense. But yeah, Rian Johnson has been tagged to direct and pretty much create this new Star Wars trilogy from the ground up. Wow. Not having it in, from what I hear and read, it has nothing to do with the Skywalker family tree. So by hearing that, and it has nothing to do with the era of the current trilogy, so could we finally be getting a movie based on the Knights of the Old Republic? Could we get a trilogy about the birth of the Sith versus the Jedi War? The birth of the Jedi, the birth of the Sith? You know, or is it gonna be a trilogy placed in the galaxy that is like far after the Skywalkers? I think it'll make more sense to make a movie about the Knights of the Old Republic, and that whole storyline. I don't think they would, story for story, take away from those video games that came out. One thing's for sure is that I never got to play those Knights of the Old Republic games. I know they were really good, but it's just that they only were ever released on Xbox. And I have never ever owned an Xbox. I've always stayed loyal to Sony PlayStation for some reason ever since the first PlayStation came out. And I just never wanted to defer to another console. So, but I heard they were really good. A really good Star Wars game that has nothing to do with the Skywalker family tree. So let's get into this this article from comicbook.com. That's titled Rian Johnson comments on his new Star Wars trilogy. So earlier today, Lucasfilm made an announcement that took the world by surprise. Disney hit fans with a bombshell when it confirmed a brand new trilogy for Star Wars in the works. Rian Johnson has been tapped as the new story's architect, and the director just broke his silence on the subject. Taking to Twitter, Johnson made a humorous return to social media following the Star Wars revelation. Obviously, I hope you like The Last Jedi, Johnson wrote, but man, now I really hope you like The Last Jedi. Of course, fans are having a laugh at the referential tweet. Johnson is the director of The Last Jedi, and fans have become rather fond of him since he joined the Star Wars family. Johnson proved to fans that he has a deep love for the franchise and all its lore, so the fandom is tentatively excited about its upcoming installment. You know, so long as The Last Jedi is good. I have no doubt in my mind that it will be good. Just from what I've seen in the trailers, how different it looks from The Force Awakens. So, we all loved working with Ryan on The Last Jedi, said Kathleen Kennedy, president of Lucasfilm. He's a creative force, and watching him craft The Last Jedi from start to finish was one of the great joys of my career. Wow. She said that about him, but not about Abrams? What the hell? Ryan will do amazing things with the blank canvas of this new trilogy. Johnson has been brought in to oversee the new series, but the director will also get his hands dirty with it. He will direct and write the trilogy's first episode with longtime collaborator Ram Bergman as a producer. Nice. Yeah, so that's it. Star Wars The Last Jedi premieres in theaters December 15th. Okay, so just by hearing Kathleen Kennedy's comments about Ryan Johnson, she's very impressed with him and is giving him the lead. He will direct and write that first episode in that trilogy, of that new trilogy, and but they don't have a set date of when they're gonna start this. It would make perfect sense for them to, you know, it's a little too cluttered right now. They're definitely gonna have to wait until this trilogy is over with. Well, you know, that's the only thing that makes sense. Like, why would you want it all to come all at once? You wanna, if you're Disney, you wanna keep the cash cow nice and fat for a long amount of years. It's like right now, we're having a Star Wars movie come out every single year instead of every 2 years or every 3 years, the way that we're used to. But with the long gaps in between, you had the first trilogy from 1977 to what, 85 or 83, I'm sorry. And then you had the second trilogy, which was episode 1, 2, and 3 from what, the year 2000 or 99, all the way up to what, 2006 when episode 3 came out, I believe. So now with this one, this new trilogy with introducing Rey and Kylo Ren, you know, does episode 9 mean that will be the last time we see the characters Rey and Kylo Ren? Possibly. If they're going to give Rian Johnson a new trilogy, it would make sense for them, you know, not to continue the story of the Skywalker family. But then again, you know, the Skywalker family drama has spanned 3 different trilogies. Yeah, all the way from episode 1 all the way to episode 9. And yeah, be pretty interesting to see whether they stop everything at episode 9 with the Skywalkers, because you can make an argument that even after episode 9, you can continue the story with Rey and Kylo Ren long after Luke Skywalker may be dead. You know, continue the story with Finn and Poe and all the characters that are new, Captain Phasma, you know, that can continue on to a whole nother trilogy in itself. And not just keep Rey and Kylo Ren to, you know, 3 movies. Why not expand that? But hey, there's a lot of different directions where they can go with it. I'm pretty sure they haven't made up their mind of what timeline it's gonna be in. It does look like it has the opportunity to go towards, you know, a storyline that, you know, because you see the comic books and all the video games and the cartoons of, you know, the lore and how deep it goes as to, you know, the birth of the Jedi, the birth of the Sith, how they've been, you know, going at it for centuries, you know, thousands of years and shit like that. I remember watching a YouTube video that was very, very, very detailed in just explaining certain battles that took place, in medieval times of the Jedi and Sith, basically, and it was some crazy shit to see, to see and hear. So, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section about this huge announcement. Rian Johnson given a blank piece of paper and being told by Disney to go crazy, make us a new trilogy, So, and all of this being announced right before Episode 8 comes out, and with all these other movies, and with all these spin-offs coming at us also. So, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. If you did not,